everybody. I'm Hillary Atkin from the Atkin Report, and I'm really excited to welcome Omar Cardona from The Voice to this edition of Hillary's Happy Hour. Omar, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Cheers to you. Cheers. Thank you
Cheers
for
to you.
having
Congratulations on your four-chair turn during your blind audition performing Journey's Separate Ways. That was
me.
such an exciting and spirited take on the song, especially at the end with you raising the mic stand and then Camilla turning at the very last second.
Yeah, and my thought process through that was like, come on, what do I do to get her to turn? So it just the mic stand was there, and I'm so used to dragging her around on stage anyway. So I was like, I'm going for it. Let's do it. Thank God it happened too, because I was super happy to get that four-chair turn. Crazy, crazy feelings.
What was going through your head as you were listening to all of them fighting so hard for you? And of course, John turned first. I don't know if you noticed this at the time, but Gwen was like, what? And I think what she meant is John's not the rock and roll guy normally, but because I was like, wait, what does she mean by that? But that's what she meant. I know, Gwen. But like, what was going through your mind? All of them are fighting so hard for you, and all of them were so persuasive. How did you make your decision to go with Team Legend?
So while I was standing up on stage, like the thing I was trying to remember the most was like really listen to them, really remember what they say, remember what each coach said, because I didn't go into the audition knowing who I was going to choose. I was going to base it off for interaction and energy and seeing what they talked about. We get 90 seconds to sing a song, 90 seconds. So it's hard to really pick out someone's voice in 90 seconds and really understand. And that was eventually why I chose John Legend, was because he was so quick to understand my little turns in my voice and how my background, where my background comes from. So that's what really swayed my decision to choose John. It was crazy, but I was just trying to be like, remember what they said, just focus, remember. It was, my adrenaline was jumping through the roof. So it was exciting.
It was really exciting to watch. And as you mentioned, and I want to hear more about it, you've sung all over the world. You've been performing with your band Voice Play, some really cool stuff you guys have out. But tell us more about your career over the past 15 years.
I started right out of high school, actually. The day of my graduation, the day I was going to get my diploma, excuse me, I got hired by Walt Disney World, and my dad was driving me to go get my diploma as they made the call. And so I started 2 weeks later from there, and I kind of took it and ran with it, from doing shows at the theme parks, doing shows on cruise ships for a couple years. I moved to Japan to work at Universal Studios doing a Michael Jackson show, and then I started going on tour with Jordan Fisher. And every time I would come back, my hometown, I'm born in Orlando, so my hometown was super cool about, in between contracts, they would keep me working Disney, Universal, a couple like entertainment companies in town. They would keep me working, and it was just like, thank you, I'm gonna leave in 4 months for another 8 months, and then I'll be back. So it's just kind of been nonstop. I just never stopped to focus on anything else but music, and just kept on working, kept on chasing after that passion.
And now here you are, and you say you want to create a new genre that's kind of a mashup of pop and classic rock, especially from the 80s. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think I'm elaborating that a little bit more with you. I would like to do it because John said you have such a soulful voice, like singing from church, and my that's how I grew up, with singing in church. It's just, there's just a tone and a texture that the 80s rock music gives that you just don't get nowadays with music. So, and I just have a naturally pop sound, so I wanted to bring that nostalgia feeling back with those 80s piano synths, and those like shredding guitar solos, with a sense of pop to them, and then with a sense of soul, because music comes from the heart. So it's just kind of just mashing all the great things of everything that I've learned into one.
What are you most looking forward to on your journey on The Voice?
I've really loved to get to know the cast. I love the cast. We're such a little family. It's been so good to support each other and meet people that we're literally just an arm's length away. And prior to this, is like, I was one person away from meeting you. or a couple of my friends know some of the other contestants. So it's been like we were all so close, and to go through this process together, to be in a hotel together and have the same schedules, just crazy and on a cycle. I love them. I can't wait to see them again. And like that's been my favorite part, is getting to know the cast.
I've heard great things about the camaraderie that develops, but also tell us about the support you've received from your fans, your family, and your hometown of Orlando.
It's honestly, it's really overwhelming. It is. It's really heavy sometimes, because I want to get back to everybody as much as I can, but it's been in abundance. I woke up to over 500 text messages one day, and I was just like, how do I go through this? And I have to work today. Like, so I'm like running around, but I've just been so grateful. And if I haven't reached out to you guys yet, I will. I promise. I'm just gonna send my love. It's just taking a little bit longer. It's just been overwhelming, and I just can't be more grateful, honestly.
Well, Omar, speaking of grateful, I am so thankful to you for taking time out and being with me on
Yeah.
Hillary's Happy Hour. I want to
Oh my God.
propose a toast to you and your continued success on The Voice.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me on the show.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.